Holy shit.
Guys, it is hot, man. It's hot. And today I got UFOs, chemtrails, and remote control. Planes are remote controlled. So, and the shadow government. So stick around. OMG. Oh my God. We're talking about UFOs again. So I got UFOs right up here. Their uses. Like if we had UFOs from Area 51, they was ours. Forget how they're made. They're not testing that shit anymore. They're using them. So what are they capable of? Well, their capabilities just might be extraordinary. And you may or may not believe it. But actually, they can be used to hack planes. They can hack a plane. So that's why I always say, hey man, when it comes to planes versus the pilots and these chemtrails, don't blame the pilots. Guys, pilots have a job to do, and that's get you and me wherever we want to go. Okay, so that's their main job. Other than that, they're kind of, you start talking about, oh, I seen a UAP or I seen a UFO, and you start vlogging about this stuff, like, oh, you're gonna lose your job real quick. You could get drunk. You could bang all the girls, all your stewardess left and right at the hotels all over. There's party locations all over for these pilots, and it's a party all the time. So they're always drinking. But the main thing is they just don't want you talking, not about UFOs. Can you imagine? United Airlines pilot, Southwestern Airlines pilot. That's how it's going to read. And once you're working for a company, they're not going to let you talk. You probably signed a disclosure statement. So it's okay. I'm not blaming the pilots. Don't blame the pilots, because I got proof right here that these UFOs or UAPs or whatever you want to call them, but I call them ours, the United States shadow government. Shadow government, man. The shadow government uses UFOs. And they're using them right now to spray chemtrails. Okay? That's chemtrails with the cloudy S, with the chemtrail, cloudy S. You see that? See my plane? He's spraying chemtrails, and he's followed by a disc craft somewhere back here, and then he comes up front to make himself known. And we know there's a report that invention was used, and they can take control of the plane. Automatic pilot, uninterruptible.
In 2004, Boeing applied for a patent for a system referred to as uninterruptible autopilot.
The ground controller could now take control away from the pilots so that they wouldn't have control over the throttles, over the yoke, over the rudder pedals.
But this potential solution could also present a new problem. This wouldn't necessarily be hack-proof, right?
This system wouldn't necessarily be hack-proof, and so terrorists might be able to get into this data stream and force the plane to land or do whatever they wanted it to do.
So the planes are remote controlled. They're being hacked. By the UFOs. Nobody's talking about this. You're not going to get this on the news, guys. But I'll bring it to you the way I see it. These UFOs, part of the shadow government, are out there taking over the controls from pilots, and then they are spraying the chemtrails whether the pilot wants to or not. You see what I'm saying? Because the pilot wouldn't do it, all right? They would get sick and tired of it unless they was briefed. If they was briefed, then they would say, okay, we're going to save the world because we're saving the world. But some of them would see through it. So anyway, the shadow government, clandestine. We heard about it from Echo earlier in one of my videos. What is a chemtrail? What are chemtrails? And it's clandestine. So we need to define that. It's Latin. We're getting a Latin definition here. And just to break it down for you as simple as possible, executed with secrecy for purposes of subversion. That's all you need to know. It's these chemtrails are remote controlled by the UFOs. Now, if you want to say they're alien, you go ahead, but you might want to stop misusing the word alien, and you might want to say extraterrestrial, means not born on this world, okay? So it could mean you're a Pleiadian or an Andromedan, but you're a human, and you're just from a different star, okay? That's all that means. You're from a different star, and you're probably from this galaxy. But could you be from a different galaxy? Maybe, sure, why not? You know, there's portals. There's portals. We talked about that. The electromagnetic field, the fourth state of matter. How the UFOs operate. How these guys work. How does it levitate? How does it travel in hyperspeed? Well, they're actually tapping into the fourth state of matter, known as the electromagnetic field. Okay, so let's continue right along. I have some video I want to add in there, so let's take a look as this chemtrail begins. Right as it begins, you see a glowing light. Now, they talked about these glowing lights from earlier, and that these disc craft actually can glow different colors. But this one's white, and it was filmed in the daytime. And these UFOs, especially the TR-3B, have surveillance and eavesdropping capabilities. That's why they fly next to the planes as well. They can remote control your phone. They can pull all your pictures. They can check on your location. All your locations for years, however old your phone is. They can get every text you've ever sent, every phone call you've ever had. They automatically transcribe what you've said. Any video you shared, how much time you spend on Facebook, and what you've seen. And it all adds up for me. Is exactly how I'm telling you. Now, who's control of the shadow government? The extraterrestrials? These Pleiadians from a different star? Are these guys really in the top of the government controlling stuff? Or are they behind the scenes? Or is this just the Rothschild world, and Agenda 21 and population control is the agenda? So you've seen it. It's in the food supply. They're using Planned Parenthood and selling aborted fetal baby parts, and even aborted babies. I mean, this is bad. I don't want to go there. This is not where I want to go. But I mean, these things have all came out. Okay, I only discuss with you what's in the public sector. So there's no real way I'm not giving you some secret information that I've learned from a previous experience. I'm just telling you, this is how I see it, man. This is what I see, and we should all be very concerned. So Trump was talking, or they was talking, or somebody was talking about this secret space program and the space program, but they're not really getting in to the UFOs, their capabilities, their uses. But I'm telling you what they're being used for right now. And once we get some oversight on this, and once we get the truth, or a little bit more truth, it'll be more difficult to abduct your children and take them out to Comet 67P. See, because I've seen the mining operations on 67p, comment 67p, and I'm showing you the pictures. And there's buildings, there's structures, and when we have breakaway societies on the dark side of the moon or somewhere on the moon, and we have we're mining comments for the gold, and worry about the gold standard and the fall of the dollar later. But in the solar system, there's plenty of gold. That's another thing that just destroys the value of money, and so gold is no big thing, and gold-backed dollars aren't going to happen, because I would take my dollar and go get me the gold. And then if they gave me a gold coin, I would take it to my house and I'd have a little file, and I'd file all the edges around and make it just a little bit smaller, and then I'd go use it. And then I would go get me another coin, and then I would file it until I had enough gold to make me a nice big ring and a chain and all that shit. So they're not going to use gold-backed dollars, okay? Well, if they do, you're not going to be able to touch the gold. So it's BS. The dollar's not going to fall. Anyway, I think I covered it, man, and we're going to let it go at that. Man, I tend to ramble. But up next, I just might waste my time talking about some more comments, and they are hilarious. But I will let you know, if you are a subscriber to this channel, you are part of a few thousand people from all my social media who are very, very intelligent. I must have some of the most intelligent followers that most people they don't even have people with intelligence like I do. So I appreciate each and every one of you. You're personally invited to subscribe. I just might continue doing this shit until I break down the whole walls. Somebody said a revolution is nothing if you don't want to dance. Well, believe me, I'm ready to dance. So have a good day. Forget the nonsense. Keep your chin up. I love you. Later.